is similar?
Yes, everyone, it is similar. Then Archie show me
Hello.
what it was. Welcome to another Monday night here at Proficiency Bonus. I probably should have warned my players, but hey, that wouldn't have been as much fun. My name is Matthew. I am your somewhat psychotic floating head of a dungeon master. And we are back. Before we get too far into things, a couple of quick shout-outs. Thanks to Streamlabs and Twitch for, letting us be here and do what we do. Huge thanks to our northern and southern friends. We have Little Dragon Corp up in Canada. You can put exclamation point Little Dragon in the chat. I'll give you a link to their site as well as a reminder for the discount code PROBONUS. Get 10% off your order. They ship anywhere. Again, I keep throwing this around. They love me some days. They hate me some days. We'll see how they do this evening. And our southern friends, we have Cardboard Castle Games based out of Evans, Georgia. They are my buddy Michael's friendly local game store. Check them out. Again, exclamation point CCG. You can pull up their info. And with that, we will jump headfirst into where we left off last time. As our party has been actually doing very well, sneaking and poking their way through into the interior of Dragonspear Castle, attempting to locate some reported hostages that their would-be thief had said their family was being held here. As Sarah attempted to pick the lock, unfortunately something cracked on the other side and they were thrown into combat with some sort of floating quasi-ethereal being. The battle has been going a little bit back and forth. The party's been doing pretty good though. And then all of a sudden some of them watched as this entity floating behind Furia just seemed to float, almost grow larger behind Furia and then shrink down within her body. And that is where we are going to be picking up tonight. As get out from under there. As we actually have tagged here, we are at the top of the initiative order with Sarah. And as you notice, we do have Sarah's artwork up as Sigma is not able to join us this evening, so we will do our best not to completely destroy, completely decimate Sigma. Oh, and I just realized something. Actually, give me a second here. I apologize, viewers. I'm going to be looking down for a moment because I did not remember to pull up Sarah's character sheet beforehand. So now I can't do it.
It was my turn anyway, because the spirit just possessed Furia.
Oh wait, that's right. So the spirit goes right after you. So that
No, I thought the spirit went before me.
I've got it marked down that it was after.
Oh.
But
No. I have marked down wrong. Then it must be.
I hope this will. Oh, that's hurting.
Oh.
This is what the handwriting looks like of a left-handed person. So that is actually a good point. I don't know why I have Sarah flagged at the top then, but that brings us to Snow Moon then.
Ooh. So I guess I saw this entity disappear, or what am I saying?
Basically, you saw. Basically, what you saw is this spectral form just sort of, it literally swelled up, settled itself, basically wrapped itself into Furia, and then you watch as it just sort of shrunk down and then disappeared.
Grappler.
I guess. Oh.
Went to Furia.
Furia, are you all right? Can you hear me? I'll try calling out.
You don't get any response.
I guess.
Give her a big ol' hug.
Could I ready like a grapple? Could I? I don't want to do it now. Could I like ready that as an action?
Certainly. So, what would the trigger be for it?
I guess like if she seems to take any kind of aggressive action towards us, like
Okay,
charges at us or something.
Yeah. So right now you've got. You're on one side of the door, basically leading into this tower. So you're on one side of the door. There is a large brown bear on the other side of the door.
Oh, she's still in bear form too?
No, the bear is... the Furia is Furia. The bear, if you remember, Sarah pulled out one of those little tribbles out of her bag.
Oh, okay.
And threw it and summoned a bear.
Okay.
And in between the two, you blowing full force from Lydia right through the doorway is a tunnel of wind.
I thought it was my turn, so I meant to turn that off, but got confused.
Okay, you can... It's just a free action to stop.
Okay, I would have stopped it by then.
Yeah. Then there's no longer any wind there.
Sorry about
that. Okay, so
so basically, if Furia takes any sort of aggressive action, you're going to try to grapple.
Yeah.
Okay. So that will bring us over to Artemis.
Oh boy. Okay, so just for clarification, because I have a horrible memory, the being that we were previously fighting is now in Furia?
Go ahead and make an intelligence check. Or you can make it an arcana check.
Let's see.
You are a wizardly person.
Wow! 25.
Nice.
That's our wizard.
Okay. hey folks, the wizard showed up this time.
Oh.
So it's in all the different reading that you've done. And again, you've been mostly focused on things with the water and things like that, but you have run across books that mention ghosts and specters and other spooky things. And you would know that they do have the ability to possess people. And they tend to stay so long as the person is, mobile. Or perhaps I should say functional rather than mobile.
Oh, drat. That is an important...
That's an important distinction. Dragonborn sitting on the chest ain't gonna cut it.
Dang it. Cool. Oh boy. I guess. Another question. I'm still behind the statue.
You are still ducked behind the statue, yeah.
And I suppose if same sort of thing as Snow Moon, if she takes any sort of movement towards attacking anybody, I'm not gonna grapple. I'm a small man person.
You're also about 30 feet away.
Yeah, I'm not the best long jumper. If I can shoot a magic missile to somehow incapacitate her, then that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. So if she makes an aggressive attack, you're firing off a magic missile. Non-lethal damage.
Yeah.
Not the knees.
As Fury eventually comes to, why are my knees broken? I can't walk.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, so we got another held action, and that will bring us over to Furia.
All right, who is the closest person
Oh
that
crap!
I can see?
As you're looking out the door, you have Snow Moon probably and basically step to the doorway and right to your right. You've got a brown bear right to your left, and probably about 10 feet past the two of them is Lydia. Oh, and Sarah is probably next to the bear, in between Lydia and the bear. So the closest is going to be the bear
Right.
of Snow Moon.
All right, so you see sort of like a marionette come to life, sort of limp, non-responsive, but just sort of standing there, and all of a sudden sort of jerk to action. Both blades still, being held. Sort of just turns like they're not really sure how to move and they're all learning it again, and takes 2 swipes over at Snow Moon.
Okay. Let's go ahead and roll your D20, and don't forget you do not add your proficiency bonus to these. So it's just D20 plus strength or dex, depending on if it's finesse or whatnot.
Well, the first one was a 21. Even
Yeah,
without the bonus.
So first one's going to hit Snow Moon.
That's an 5, and then I don't remember, is the +3 the proficiency bonus or the dexterity bonus?
So what's
It's
your
the
dex?
dexterity bonus, right?
Yeah, it should be your dex.
It's 3 as well.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so then it would be an 8
Okay.
slashing damage.
So as that goes off, that would trigger both of your held actions. As the Fury of Marionette has now made a hostile motion. So you can go ahead and make your.
And it's not made with the same amount of panache as usual. It just seems more like a cleaver coming down.
I mean, it's still a stabbing, slicing motion.
True.
Yeah, but what you used to see Inferior with some skill behind it, this thing looks like you just handed somebody a machete and it's just like, okay.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
The second attack was only a 7, so.
Okay. Yeah, that won't hit.
Okay, so now go ahead and make your strength check.
Okay.
Snow Moon and Fear, you can go ahead and make a strength check as well. So I'm assuming you are not going to want to be grappled by this thing.
It's a 17.
I got an 8.
Okay. So Snow Moon has managed to, as Fury has started hacking into you, you managed to get your arms around and grab hold, and then Art, that would trigger your magic missile, which automatically hits. So go ahead and roll some damage.
Okay. Let's see here. It's 3, correct?
It's 3 darts,
I think so.
a 1d4 plus
Yeah.
1. Or
Yep.
3d4 plus 3.
3. Yeah.
Well, they're the same person, so.
14.
Not bad.
That's actually pretty good. That's impressive.
I'm sorry!
As you watch, as you can see, again, Fury's has been grabbed, is now facing into Snow Moon, and these darts are just sort of peppering the side of Fury's head and body.
Oof.
Okay. So Fury's made 2 attacks, has now been grappled, so that's going to bring us over to Sarah, who is a little confused, but is watching everybody just start wailing on Furia, and is going to make an attack with the basically with the actually no one has really said Yeah, that is literally a nat 1. So, is she just going to stab Furia? She is literally just going to stab Furia.
Oh, great.
So, I rolled to see whether or not Sarah would think and be like, you know, it doesn't seem like they're trying to kill her. I should just use the pummel and roll a 1. Nope.
I mean,
Granny
in
stab a
character.
lot.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, and I do if grapple does not give advantage, correct? They have to be restrained, right?
I'm pretty sure it just sets my movement to 0.
Yeah. Grapple finish. Okay, yeah, so it does not get advantage, which is a good thing because that's only a 4 on the dice. That's not going to hit.
Yeah, she wanted to knock me out altogether.
Okay, so that is going to end Sarah's go, but she also has the brown bear that goes on her turn as well, which is going to follow suit and is going to make its 2 attacks against Furia. And let's see if... Okay, so we have bite and a claw. I just talked you up too.
What?
Okay, so the
Get
bite
rid of
misses. The
those.
claws, I think, are going to hit with a 19.
Definitely.
Okay. That is 2d6 plus 4. Okay. Okay. So that is going to be 8 points of slashing damage.
All right.
And that will bring us back to Lydia.
Sorry, I'm looking something up real quick. I'm gonna do something I've never done before. And try something that might not work.
Okay.
I'm going to, let me just read the language of this real quick. I don't want to destroy this. I think I'm gonna turn undead. I can't find it for some reason. Yeah, okay.
I think it's
Yeah.
like right at the beginning. It's not.
Yeah,
a
it's as
spell,
I
right?
present, I can make a wisdom saving throw. I don't know if this thing's undead or not. It seems spooky. So each undead creature that can see or hear me within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw. If it fails, it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage. And then I have a destroy undead feature, where if it's probably not a half or lower the CR, but then it'd be destroyed.
Okay, no, so it won't hit that. Fierce, I'm going to have you go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
That's a 5.
Okay. So that is a total of a 6 based
Oh,
on
no.
the ghost's wisdom.
I mean, oh yes.
Okay. And you said, and what does the effect do?
It's turned for 1 minute until it takes any damage. A turned creature must spend its turn trying to move as far away from you as it can, and can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you. It also can't take reactions.
Okay.
For its actions, it can only use the dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from prevents it
Alrighty
from
then.
moving. If there's
So,
nowhere to move, the creature can use the dodge action.
Yep, so... Yeah, well, actually, the Furia does have some options as she is now technically outside of the tower. But she's also
Okay.
currently grappled, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see where they go. Anything else you'd be
Sure.
doing?
Give us our Furia back! And that's my turn.
Okay. So that'll bring us over to Snow Moon.
I think I'm going to use my hempen rope and tie it around Furia.
Okay.
So basically, I can, I don't have to maintain grappling.
Oh yeah, I'll say don't. I'll tell everyone not to damage Furia. By the way.
So not to damage Furia?
Yeah,
Oops.
don't damage Furia. Don't hurt her.
I'm trying not to, and I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
like
So
holding
I'll
her.
say, Snowmoon, where you're the one trying to tie the rope, I'll say you can definitely do it. You'll have to make a check for it. But that also means you would be losing the grappled condition because you're going to have to let go of her to, get the rope and start wrapping it.
Okay, now like I would lose it just while I'm trying to like transition from.
It depends on how
Holding
well you do
to-
tying it. Because
Hmm.
literally what you're doing is, right now you've got Furia sort of grabbed like this. Then you're going,
Yeah.
oh, I want to tie her. Let me get my rope out. Let me start wrapping the rope around. You're literally taking both hands off.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know whether I should. I'm a sailor. I know how to tie knots. This just came in handy on Friday.
Yeah, Lydia, help me. And I'll call Lydia over and pull
Okay.
out the rope.
Okay. So it's Lydia's already used her action, so she wouldn't
Yep,
be able to do
you're
it
gonna
till
have
the
to
next
wait.
show. So.
Sorry,
Oh, okay.
but I'll volunteer. I can
I
volunteer
guess-
at least. You can do what you want, but just know that I'm ready and able to help.
So I guess since that's the case, I guess I'll just hold the grapple still, and I'll wait
Okay.
until Lydia's ready to help.
And so you're just maintaining your grapple. That'll
Yeah.
bring us over to Artemis again.
Okay, would I know if I was to cast something like, I don't know, say counterspell? Would that work on Furia?
You would know that counterspell is used to stop magics being cast within the moment. It wouldn't do anything to remove an enchantment that's already in place. So with that knowledge, you'd be pretty sure that it wouldn't do anything to help deal with the possession.
Remove, you say? What about remove curse?
Huh.
Both of us go, huh?
Hold on, let's see.
Hmm.
Let's look into Oh, okay, no, this doesn't qualify as a curse.
Crap! Okay, cool. Oh heck. Man, I suppose I'm just going to get a little bit closer to everybody else just to see if I can, like, assist in some way.
Okay.
Not really casting any hurty spells, because that's what mostly I have.
Okay. A second here.
All to curse, eh? Alright. Changes some things.
Why can I not?
If only I'd leaned into necromancy.
Still time for that.
Yeah, it's weird. Oh, okay. So that will bring us, as you come up to get a little closer to give a hand, that'll bring us back to Furia, who is currently grappled.
I am going to try to break the grapple.
Oh, okay. So I need
So
a
what do
strength
I
check
need
from
to-
both you and Snowmoon.
That's okay. I think you can only use your action to dash. Oh, or try to escape from an event that prevents you
Yeah.
from moving. Sorry about that.
$17.
I got an 11, so
Okay,
No.
so Fury has managed to break free.
And then I would use the rest of what I got to move as far away from Lydia as possible.
Okay, so from where you are at that front northern tower. Front southern tower, sorry. So you basically have a couple of options. You can go back into the actual tower itself. That does appear to be a dead end, though. There is also, if you run past the bear and Sarah on your left, there is the front door heading back out into the main, like the outside. If you run past Snow Moon, who you've just broken free of, to your right, there's the stairs on that far side that lead you back up to the second floor.
I would probably go outside
Oh, okay.
and run past them there.
Okay, so as you go to run past Sarah and the bear, it'll take your full movement to get you up to the within about 5 or 10 feet of the door, so you won't be able to get outside yet. That'll get you right up near the door. Both Sarah and the bear are going to take a swipe at you. We'll do Sarah first. The bear. Okay, so bear misses. Let me look at Sarah's sheet here to see what their modifier is. Okay, that's a 17.
Yep, mine is 14.
Oh, okay, so that's gonna hit. And let me just take a look here. Okay, and it's got the bear, so it actually gets sneak attack as well.
Ooh.
So, yeah, this is. Okay, so that's 3d6. Okay, so that is. Okay, so that is 16 points of piercing damage.
All right.
As you go taking off towards the door. Okay. And that will actually bring us over to Sarah,
Yeah.
who... How is Lydia looking? Yeah, how's Furia looking? Bloody hell. It's so well left.
Pretty beat up. Pretty beat up at this point.
Okay. So she's going to have the bear run and get basically get between you and the door. And she's going to come running up behind and... Okay, a little smarter this time. And she's going to come running up behind you and literally just try to cold cock you in the back of the head with her dagger. I don't think that... Wait, you said you're a 14?
14.
Oh, that's a 14. Okay. Oh, crap, and the bear's there. She's going to get sneak attack again, I think. Yeah, because the bear's within 5 feet.
She might just do it.
She might. That's not... 10. Yeah, that's 17 points of... Well, we'll call it bludgeoning damage, but...
Yeah, as she does that, Furia face plants onto the bear.
Okay. So as you watch as Furia falls face down onto the bear. Now, mechanically, Furia, you don't need to make death saves. You are just unconscious. Do me a favor, roll a d4.
I have a bad feeling about this D4.
1.
Okay. If nobody helps you, you're unconscious for an hour. And then
Oh,
after
okay.
an hour, you wake up with 1 hit point.
All right.
As that happens, you watch, the rest of you watch as Fury just sort of collapses down. As, again, you watch his sort of spectral body just pull back. And again, that same sort of like swelling and then shrinks back down to the size you saw it before, is now floating just off to the side, roughly between Sarah and the bear. And that will bring us over to Lydia.
Uh. Alright. Furia's okay for now, but should we kill this thing? Is my thing concentration? Do you know?
Turn undead? I don't believe so. It's not a spell.
Okay.
For the moment, we'll say no, it isn't. If we're wrong, we'll fix it next time.
Okay, because I don't know how long it lasts.
I believe it's 1 minute, I think.
Okay, sorry. I should know these things. I'm having trouble finding stuff. Then I will turn towards the ghost. Do I have anything I can do to the ghost? Probably not. I should probably just heal Furia.
Yeah, turn for 1 minute or until it takes damage. It has
No.
it has not taken damage though, so it is still technically turned.
Right. Okay.
Furia took
I'll
a lot of
go-
damage, but
Yeah. Should we risk hitting the thing? I guess we should. Why don't we get in position so it's for what's best and yeah, I will try to do. Ooh, do I have guiding bolt cast? I forgot that it's awesome. Perhaps that. So let me see if I have it. I'm gonna cast a guiding bolt.
oh, okay. Let's go ahead and make your attack roll.
Okay. Let me see if I have all the d6. One. Oh, wait, attack roll.
I'm
Sorry.
gonna hit it first.
14, 21. 14 plus 8.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Now I need my d6s. Okay. So. 2. 3, 4. Nice. Ooh, that was a good roll. 18.
Ooh. Now, as you watch as Lydia reaches out in this, what does your guiding bolt look like? I think this is the first time you've cast it.
It is the first time I've cast it. I never cast cleric spells. What are they? Don't turn undead. Don't do any of that good cleric stuff. It comes out of me and actually it looks like a moat of water, but then it glows brighter and it goes and kind of splashes all over everything.
Okay. And this thing has now taken damage, so is no longer turned,
Right.
and definitely does not look to be a fan of yours, Lydia.
Okay. Good. That's fine. I'll move up towards Furia and turn.
Okay. So now that it is out, it is back on its initiative and not Furia's,
Okay.
which means it is up now.
Oh, great.
So we're gonna see. Actually, I gotta roll a d6 here. Does not get its possession back. And it's going to. Let's see here. So we've got a Sarah and the bear next to it. Okay, it's just gonna haul off and smack the bear, or at least attempt to. Okay, so that is. Alright, so that'll hit the bear. That is 4d6. You rolled much better than I did. Okay, so that is 11 points of damage to the bear. Bear seems to be okay, but that's going to end its go and bring us to Snow Moon.
Alright. So how close? I'm still. I guess I'm like right next to this thing because it just.
No, because Furia broke out and ran towards the front door.
Oh, that's right. That's
So
right.
you're about, you're probably about 30, 35 feet away from it.
Okay, so I'll use my 30 feet of movement to get as close to this thing as I can,
Okay.
and I will draw my greatsword for an attack.
Okay. Let's go ahead and take your swipe.
That is a 23.
Oh yeah, that'll definitely hit.
Nice.
And that's 12 points of slashing damage.
Okay. So, as you carve through it, and I can't remember if you guys who had hit it last time, but as you carve into it, you notice you do make purchase with it, but it doesn't seem to have the same sort of impact you were expecting.
Yeah.
I think I did actually.
Okay. Yeah, I've got
I
marked
used my
down that people
breath weapon.
injured it, but I can't remember who, like, what actually did it.
Yeah. And I used my
Yeah.
breath weapon before, and that didn't do a whole lot either. but
Yeah.
It's pretty much all I can do, so.
Okay. So that will bring us over, as you've charged up, you made your attack, that brings us over to Artemis.
Oh, I get 2 attacks at this
Ooh.
level. I forgot. I'm sorry.
No worries, make your second one then.
15 to hit.
And that'll hit.
Oof. And 12 points again of slashing damage.
Okay. Again, you get that same sensation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that'll bring us over to Artemis.
Okay, well, now that the thing is, I guess, somewhat visible. Oh boy. Hi. I'll fire off my last first level magic missile.
Okay. Once again, you guys watch as these little start slamming into this thing.
12.
Okay. As you guys watch, Snow, as you watch and as you're carving into it, you're seeing little bits of this wispy sort of blue, almost like smoke, drifting away. All of a sudden, you watch as these 3 motes fly from Art once more and slam into this, and you watch as massive holes starting to appear in the body. All of you looking at, even with just passive insight, realize this thing is not looking too good right now.
Good job, Locke.
Yes!
And that will bring us over to an unconscious Fury, unfortunately. So that will jump us back over to...
If she could, she would stick up a thumb, yeah, but she's unconscious.
You get over very... you're hearing some noises coming from Furia. And Sarah is going to miss with... Actually, no, she's not hitting Fury. She's hitting that one. Actually, Sarah will hit.
Thanks, DM.
That's it. It's like I rolled it. It's like, oh, it's only a 13. That doesn't hit. Oh wait, it's not Furia now. It's out. So I don't even think I need to roll for this. I don't think she can. Okay, yeah. So as you watch, as Sarah comes, just walking up to it, pulls out the dagger and just drives the dagger into it, and you watch as the body just finished. As the small little wisps have been leaking from Snow Moon, the massive holes that Art put in it, you watch as Sarah just sort of walks up and just starts sort of poking and twisting and pulling the knife.
Of course.
And it just sort of goes and starts to sort of rip and shred and fade away. And with that, you are all out of initiative.
Cool. let's go attend to Furia.
Yes,
Yes.
quite.
Art, do you know about this possession? Is it over now? Is she okay?
As far as I know, we beat the thing out of her. Kind of harsh as that is, but she should be okay. I mean, d- we, we can see once we get her up.
Okay.
So she didn't die, right? She's fine.
No,
so
she's
I'm not going to
yeah. As
revivify.
you, even as all of you came running up, you can see it. She's got that very slow, rhythmic breathing, and just seems
I'm
to
gonna
be peacefully asleep.
Alright, I'm gonna cure wounds level 2 on her.
Oh, okay.
Well, we'll probably need to rest after this, so maybe I'll do level 3 just so she can get up. Well, if we take a short rest, then she won't. I'm gonna do level 2, and then if she needs more healing, she can tell me. Alright, so that's 7 plus 4, 11 plus 4, 15 points of healing.
Okay. Fury, you feel your eyes start to sort of flutter awake as you get that sort of strange sensation of almost like being on the beach and just like that beautiful summer water just sort of crashing over you, and get that warm sensation of the water just literally cascading down your shoulders, down your body, down to your feet. You feel your eyes flutter open as you're currently laying on top, basically half hanging on top of a brown bear that is currently just sort of just licking bits as you've got bits of blood running down your arm. This bear's just licking up.
Gross. We should
You know,
really
I'm
talk.
probably more fine with that than the pounding in the back of my head where I got hit.
Yeah. How are you
I
feeling?
sort of use the bear to prop myself up and. Ow! Did you really have to do that? Oh. Well, is it gone?
Yes.
I mean, it's not in here anymore.
I think so. We defeated it, so if you're feeling back to normal, I think it's gone.
I'm gonna start pulling the 9 good berries that I have and start popping them for 9 extra health.
Nice.
There you go.
Should we take a short rest in here, do you think? I know it's dangerous, but
We
No.
need to get those people out. I know we
True,
just had
I-
a rough fight, but
okay.
that's why we're here.
As long as you guys can keep going.
If the watch is walking around actively, then I don't think that we should kick it back until we get the people out.
Right?
Right.
Also, check for traps.
Yes.
You got it.
So what level are we on again?
You are on the main floor.
Okay.
So the your friend told you that they were kept in the South Tower. So you guys had opened the door, and basically Freya sort of got stumbled into with the wind dealing with this thing. But you've still got that southern tower that no one's really gone in and poked around in.
Mm.
And then you've got the North Tower, which is where they told you the other residents reside.
And the other south tower door, because there was 2 north
Yep.
and 2 south, right? Okay.
Yeah, so this was the one you guys are at. The front one is the metal one that was locked. The other South Tower door was, if I remember correctly, was just a regular wooden door.
Alright, I'm gonna go and poke my head into this iron door that we worked so hard to open.
Oh, okay. As you poke your head, go ahead and make a perception check.
12.
Oh, okay. It looks that a very sort of bare, what you'd expect from basically a sentry tower. There is a sort of roundabout circular stairway that climbs up towards an upper area. You see there's a floor probably about 35, 40 feet above you that these stairs sort of just wrap around and disappear leading up to. You also notice on the ground, sort of half covered under what looks to be almost like a small hay pile that looks like somebody just sort of brushed it over, almost like they were looking for somewhere to take a nap. There is a metal, looks to be a trap door on the ground.
Hey guys, there's a trap door in here. Like, on the ground. That's somewhat promising.
Is it unlocked? Does it look like?
Let's have
I don't
Sarah
know.
check for traps.
I wonder if we should open the other door first,
Oh, okay.
and before we go down.
Uh,
I'm just remembering I last dropped down into a hole and, with being very long and treacherous.
Sure. I'll check the other door, and I'll head to the wooden door,
Oh, okay. Now,
and I'll check for traps before
okay, go ahead and make an
attempting
investigation
to.
check for me. And I can't remember, Lydia. Did you tell everyone about the
The ping, yeah.
the magic pings between the throne and the other room?
Yes.
Okay, do me a favor, roll a d20 for me.
And that was
11.
an 8 for me.
Oh, okay. Doesn't appear to be trapped.
Hmm. I will try to open it.
Okay, you reach in, turned it. Seems to open without a problem for you.
I'll poke my head in and take a look around, see if I see anything.
Okay, there's not a whole lot to see, and this room laid out very similarly to the North Tower. Only difference is there's no stairs going up. This looks more like a storage room. First thing you notice as you start to open it, it just smells like rotten meat. It's just that something foul.
Is this door I got the ping behind, or did we resolve
No,
that?
this is the south doors. The
Okay.
one you got is the north door.
Okay.
So as you're going through and looking through this, again, just scanning through, it looks like there's a lot of just rotted food in here.
Yeah,
It's like a couple
okay.
of like some old livestock corpses. I was like, if you're hunting deer and you sort of hang the deer to let everything drain out, it's somebody hung a deer up here. Looks like part of a cow, some pigs,
Roast.
just hang there, and they're all in various stages of decay. What is
Did we-
everyone's passive perception?
Did we find out what was making that ping? Or did we...
16.
17.
Okay.
15.
12.
Okay. Let me just check here.
Yeah, it was transmutation in the North Tower,
Okay.
and the
And
magic sapphire in the headrest of the chair.
And that one was
Conjuration.
conjuration.
Yeah.
And I'm just checking. Why can I not see? Oh, there we go. Abilities. Why are we not load? Oh, because I can't see. Go ram it. Okay, so I'm going to make an assumption here. That's... Okay. So, what are the rest of you doing?
I'm gonna be heading towards the ping.
Oh, okay.
I'd check out the trap door. Check it for traps.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check for me. Art, what would you be doing?
Oh gosh. Well, we're in like a southern tower right now, or are we in?
So basically, are you in roll 20?
Yes.
Okay, so basically what you're looking at, and this is the best one I could grab, so we're just going to use this. So here is, again, I'm not a huge fan of the way they laid this out, but here's basically what you're looking at. Now, in the middle of this map, so right here, let me shift ping,
Mhm.
is basically that center castle unit where you guys are located. There are 4 towers, though. There's, and again, the basically on this right-hand side is north. So if we go-
Okay.
Okay. I got confused by the map. Gotcha.
Okay, north is that way. That is the worst arrow ever. So
We
you
got
guys
it.
are currently. This is the tower that Fury is looking at. This is where the ghost came out of. Snow Moon
Okay.
is down over here.
Okay.
Oh, great.
The throne is sitting roughly here. And again, forgive the walls and here. This is
Yeah.
not the it's the best artwork I could find that had at least something of the give you an idea. This one over here has the open doorway, and this one over here is where the other magic ping is coming from.
Oh boy. Okay. And we didn't explore the one that's like up to the left yet.
No, so the one that's up to the left, the one that the ghost came out of, is the one Fury is doing right now. The only
Okay.
one,
Yeah, that's the trapdoor one.
yeah, so that's the trapdoor one. The only ones you haven't looked in yet are the one with the open door and the one with the magic ping that Lydia told everyone about.
Okay. I will go assist what's going on in that left room then.
Oh,
Just
okay.
be over there. In case something happens.
So with that, Fury, if you want, you can go ahead and make your investigation check with advantage. As ours has come over to help out.
I got you.
That investigation is now a 17.
Okay.
It was a 10 before.
So you do discover it is not trapped, but it is currently locked.
Guys, a little help. We got a trap door that's locked. I can't. I'm not the opener of locked things.
Like, we have a granny.
We
Go ahead and make a
have
perception
one of
check.
those.
Oh no.
And I would have headed back to
14.
the tower with the trapdoor at this point too, since I didn't really find anything in the other one.
Oh, okay. So as you're heading over there, Lydia, you've got no idea where Sarah is.
Oh crap.
No, I'm down by the. But I'm still down by the ping.
Which
We're
ping
just
are
looking
you?
around.
Yeah, which ping are you near?
Magic ping.
Right, there are 2. There's one at the throne and one at the further door.
The further door down here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, as you're here, well, yeah. So as you're looking around, you don't see Sarah anywhere.
Oh, great. Anyone have eyes on Sarah? Sounds so weird to say my name.
Do we?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Wander out and look around.
Yeah.
We're not here for anything else but these people. Like, let's get going.
20. Dirty.
Okay.
Also a dirty 20.
An 11.
Okay. So as Lydia has wandered over to this door and is starting to, like, has heard Fury, again, in that sort of stage whisper-esque calling out so the guards don't hear, but so the group of you can hear. Lydia turns, doesn't see anything. Again, still having that ping from the door behind her and the ping in the throne on the other side from where you are, and says, "Oh, I don't see anything." As you guys start walking out, you can actually see Sarah is currently standing on the throne,
Oh no.
dagger in hand, prying a gemstone.
Yeah.
You know what?
Let's do this after we find the people. Not
Pretty
before.
on
As you say that,
brand.
pops out. Sarah just starts walking over, sticks it in the pocket, and just starts going over.
Do we know what kind of gem that was?
It was a sapphire. that Lydia said
You know what?
Conjuration.
was emanating conjuration magic.
Is it still emanating conjuration magic?
I
How far is your range with detect magic?
I think it's
30
only
feet.
30 feet.
Yeah, so Lydia would have to get closer. Sarah's now, again, the little lady running, heading towards the trapdoors to not get in more trouble with
Okay.
Furia.
Okay.
I'm fine with you taking that thing, but you have to do it after we get the people safe. Like,
I have
or
a
at least
feeling
after
that-
we fight.
Probably
We're running out of time here.
And I didn't see anything in the other South Tower aside from some rotting meat and food stores. Whoever was living here, it seems like they haven't been here in a while, other than the people being held here.
Well,
I don't
or not
like
using
that.
it. Let's
Or
get this
yes,
trapdoor
maybe.
open, see if our people are down here.
So let's see, that's okay, just a second, make sure. Okay. So that is going to be a come on. Sorry, I lost my Sarah character sheet. Okay, so it takes Sarah a couple of moments, and then hear the as the lock pops, and Sarah just sort of steps back and gestures at the door for you.
I swipe whatever was in the tower and then walk back.
Sure.
Jog back, hustle
That's it.
back.
Go ahead. You open the door.
Yeah.
As you open it, it's basically looks like a. I guess I'll phrase it as it's like a document room. It's got you see a bunch of books, bunch of scrolls.
Ooh, art like this.
Woohoo!
You do see the one glowing light that you saw having it open. Now you can very easily see it is in fact a scroll. Just grab it and start running back over.
I will try to help with the trapdoor.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's unlocked
if
now,
it's
so
open,
it's-
I'll start straining to lift it with my measly muscles.
No need to strain, Vera. I've got it. Someone do this.
Sure. I'll grab a hand and start to pull.
It really doesn't take much. As you start pulling on it, you realize it's only about the same thickness as the door that led into the room. Easy enough for you to pull up. As you pull it up, there are a small ladder seems to climb down about 15, 20 feet straight down into darkness. Anyone with a passive perception over a 15 can definitely hear some like muffled movement down there.
Mm.
It's deep enough that my dark vision doesn't really see much at the bottom.
It's as you're looking down, it's because of how far down, basically straight down it goes. You're seeing a little bit, what little bit of light is within the area that you're currently in. It hits the ground at the bottom, but you basically have to sort of crane and stick your head down into the hole to be able to see the larger area.
I'm just seeing like ground and there's nothing.
Yeah, you're not
Or just-
seeing anyone, like you're not seeing a pile of people right at the bottom of the ladder.
I've got an idea.
Alright. Well, at least they didn't drop people down here.
What if I change into that guard that we saw and went down just to check things out? That way we're not risking putting anyone in danger.
Why don't I just turn into a spider?
You can do that too.
Yeah, I
Big
think
spider, little spider. Or I could just climb down and, if endangered, turn into a spider.
I think that's a good idea, and we shouldn't shine any light down there perhaps until we know exactly what we're dealing with, so we don't alert anyone.
Alright.
Well, we're already talking. I'm gonna climb down.
Oh,
I'm gonna climb down slowly and attempt to be No, I got knocked out, so the Pass Without a Trace is now over. I lost concentration on it.
We lost a snark. I think we got a snark back.
So yes, I will stealthily try to climb down this ladder.
Okay, let's go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
23 with a natural 20.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, I've got the nat 20. I keep forgetting. Okay.
Oh, yes, you do have a nat 20 this week. Thank you for saying that. So as you start climbing down, you can hear, again, you hear what sounds almost like chains moving. And as you get down to the bottom, it doesn't seem like anyone's noticed you, and you can hear this very strange sort of sound. Every couple of moments, you're sort of hearing a... I don't know if that's coming through well enough.
I did hear it, and I don't like what I hear.
Yeah.
That's more of a...
Oh, I don't like that even more.
Now that you're down at the bottom, you can see a group of about 7 or 8 people huddled in a corner. Probably about 35, 40 feet away from you.
What kind of people do they look like? Do they look like women and children, or just an assortment of everybody?
Yeah, you're pretty much seeing a pretty well mixed bag. You do see a couple of smaller individuals. Again, they've all got their backs to you at the moment, so you're really not sure if you're dealing with like a halfling or a gnome, or like human children. Looks like a couple of women, a couple of men, a couple of older people. And it's just a mixed assortment, sort of all. Basically, it looks like they've all been just sort of shoved in. If you've ever made a trash bag poncho, a potato sack poncho. It's literally like a burlap sack that's just got armholes and head hole cut out.
You said about how many people?
8 or 9.
Okay.
I'm gonna sneak closer and try to get a better look.
Oh, okay. So as Fury is doing that, what would the rest of you be doing up top?
I think it's stealth.
I guess just kind of staying at the top of the ladder, like waiting for some kind of, indication whether or not they call for us to come down.
Oh, okay. Art, Lydia?
Is this the room that there was apparently books in?
No, that is the opposite corner.
Dread. Okay.
I'll give you I'll give Art the scroll I found.
Oh,
Art,
okay.
this is for later.
Later. Got it. Just gonna take a quick peek at that and then put it away.
Oh, okay. As you glance at it real quick, it sort of makes your head almost hurt a little bit as you're looking at it. It's
my favorite.
You recognize some of the characters. It definitely you would be familiar enough, even with just a quick glance at it, to know that it is in fact a spell scroll. And where you recognize some of the characters, you're pretty sure it's one you can cast. The fact that you don't recognize them all means it's probably something that is a little more advanced than where you are right now.
Got it. I guess in the interim I will be kind of around where Snow Moon is, just to make sure that if something goes wrong, then we're ready to go.
Oh, okay. We'll have Sarah sort of plop down in the hay, just sort of looking at her new trinket. And that'll bring us back down to Furia down at the bottom. Still hearing that constant shh, shh, shh.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder why they didn't all turn around when a smidgen of light entered the area. So I'm trying to see what's going on. Who are these people? Why are they
Okay.
all standing here like this?
So you're still moving closer to them, or?
Yes, I would be trying to sneak closer,
Oh,
get a better look.
So as you're starting to get a little closer, at this point you're probably about 15 feet away. Doesn't seem like anyone's noticed as of yet. And you can see that there is a extremely small, I don't even really want to call it a candle. It's basically like somebody found like remnants of tinder. It's like little bits of hay and things like that have fallen through, that they've lit, and they have a little tiny, not even a mote of light. It's giving about a foot, maybe 2 foot worth of illumination. As you're getting closer, you can see that there is one of the individuals, sort of shaggy gray, well, I'll call it grayish hair, as you really can't see color in the darkness, is sitting there with something in their left hand, and they've just got their holding something in their left hand, something in their right, and every time you watch them, it's shh, shh, shh. But they're crouched down, hunched, so they're right in that light. But the way they're holding it and doing it, you're hearing the noise, but you can't see what they're doing.
Alright, I'm going to go back to the base of the ladder and climb up a few rungs, and then I'm going to call out to the area. Is anybody down here? Like I had just climbed down.
Okay.
And I can't see a thing because apparently now I am completely blind in the dark. Even though I know they're there.
Okay. So as you do that, immediately the sound stops. And you watch as, in your distance, now that you know it's there, you're now noticing, even with your dark vision off in that distance, you can see that tiny pinprick of light. The minute you say something, it vanishes. And then you hear after a few moments, "You don't sound like the normal one."
I'll come down the ladder.
We're here to get you out. Are you the people they're keeping down here? I mean, I'm sure you are, but it never hurts to ask, right?
You hear a couple of sort of murmurs, and it sounds like a few people are excited. Then you hear that same voice again. "No, I came here for vacation."
Oh.
Well, your travel agent must have gotten a great deal.
"If you're here to help, get us out of here." And you hear some rattling. It seems like they are affixed somehow to where they are.
Gran, I could use your help.
Shade your eyes, and then I'll produce flame just
Okay.
to illuminate the situation.
So as you do that, and all of you upstairs start to see this, and as Sarah hears called out, is going to
And I'll
make her way down.
I'll look up, and they're down here. As I'm obviously made myself known at this bright light now.
So as you illuminate the room and you see it's now a little easier to see, and you see the smaller individuals do appear to be children. As they are, again, all of them you're looking at seem to be very malnourished.
Mm.
Very, almost skeletal. I mean, just skin and bones.
Oh no.
But the kids, seeing that, hearing this, seem to have a little bit more pep in them as you're moving around.
I'll start giving out my rations. Sorry.
Nope, that's okay. So everyone who's coming down now that Fury has basically turned the lights on, would also notice that there is another doorway within the room. It does appear to be locked. Does appear to be closed. It is probably about 20 or so feet from from where this group is huddled up on the... Sorry, redrawn in my head. So basically, as you came down the ladder and headed back towards, in terms of so you can sort of map it out, came down the ladder and headed back down towards the tower that Snowmoon went and checked out. This doorway is roughly in the middle of the room, heading into what would be the middle area of this basement.
Okay, I think I got it.
Yeah, so basically, as you climb down the ladder and you're looking, you turn and face the group. These people are on the outside wall a ways down. There's a doorway on the opposite wall, which would be the interior wall, heading further into this basement area.
Do you know what's on the other side of that wall, or do people come in there at all?
It's the main basement. There's a stairway that leads up to behind the big chair with
The throne.
Yeah, that's it.
Right. Do you know if there are any more survivors like you?
No, they've just been keeping us here for a little while. The kids are now, at this point, as Sarah's come over and is starting to try to pick the locks.
Mm-hmm.
And, he's managed to get the two kids out first, and these two kids look to be probably about some the age of like 10 to 15. So both of them stand a little taller than Sarah. And now Sarah's trying to work, or basically almost giddy, like as giddy as they can be with how little energy they have, but it's sort of up and almost like bouncing around. She's trying to work picking the other locks.
Does anyone here know Mina?
As you look, the two kids stop and look up. That's our mommy.
Oh, Mina is alive again. Just so you know. Mina sent us here to rescue you.
Sort of looks at the other group, and then looks at the group of the others, and then looks at you. One of them comes walking over. There's, with the light on, you see the boy looks to be a little taller, and very sort of shaggy blonde hair. But the girl, who's probably about 6 inches shorter than the boy, starts walking over to you, Lydia, and gets very close. And gestures for you to lean down. So if you know mommy, then do you know mommy? And gives you a little wink.
Yes. Wait, no. Wait, what does no mean? No.
Oh. Graceful.
But you can tell in this girl's face that she's trying to decide whether or not to trust you.
Yes.
And
Fair.
as you're looking, and again, even with this little bit of light from Furia's everything glowing down here, you watch as the child's eyes start changing colors.
Yes, I know your mother. Your mother,
Yes.
yes.
And, you know, blue, green, red, purple, solid black, solid white, cat's eye, just all manner of different appearances. That just
Neat.
looking at you dead in the face without
Yep.
expression.
I wink back. Very neat, Trey.
She just gives a little nod. Yes, Mommy told us to make sure that when we're here, we refer to her as Mommy.
I understand. Mommy is doing well.
And they start again, hearing that, they're again a little more pep and starts dancing around again. Again, doesn't seem to be having too, or didn't seem to be. Let's see what. Okay. Sarah manages to get through the next couple of people, just again picking away at the locks. Okay, anything the rest of you would be doing? Should say, did the rest of you
I
come
would be-
down? I know Furia Lydia's down.
Yeah, I did come down once
Okay.
Furia called.
Yeah, I'll start on my way back down.
Oh, okay. So what are you gonna say?
I
Furia?
would start talking to the adults, trying to figure out where a good place to drop these people off would be, as we're off, as our destination is a long ways away, and they obviously can't come all the way with us.
So,
Like, where do we want you? Where should we escort them to? Sort of thing.
so as you're talking back and forth with these individuals, it seems like the majority of them have been are from the Baldur's Gate area. A couple of them, one of them asks where you guys are heading off to. Would you share that
Where's that?
information?
I would say, wait. I'm
I
not
would,
there.
I would just say we're heading up very far to the north of here, many days away.
Okay.
You
We're going to
don't-
pass through Waterdeep, though. Probably
That is.
near there.
No, I don't believe we are.
Oh no, we're not. Sorry, I got confused with the map.
Yeah, you're
We're gonna be heading.
for
Gonna be heading near
knowledge,
Daggerford.
right, you'll be heading through
Oh.
Daggerford.
That's it.
But
Sorry.
It's still
Got
very far ways away from here.
right.
So you can see as some of them are talking back and forth. And after a couple of minutes, one of them looks to be one of the younger adult males. Sort of, I think we'd make it to back home Baldur's Gate without help.
Oh dear.
Do you think we could tail along with you until you get to Daggerford? I'm sure we could try to find our way home from there.
We will
Mm,
make
we-
sure that
we-
you can
We don't
find
have
passage.
we don't have really coin to hire somebody, but
That's fine.
Where's Daggerford on the map?
Daggerford's a city, or a small city, near on your way to Succumber.
Pretty much north of here. Like if you go up the road,
Yeah, north,
gonna hit
So
Daggerford.
we,
northwest of here.
what I'll do is we will jump over and I'll throw you back on the map here.
Thank
We will
you.
Shift ping. Oh, no, that's my drawing tool.
No.
Ping. Okay, so you guys are currently in Dragonspear Castle, this blue circle. Daggerford is basically, from how you guys
Oh.
described your route, that is your next stop on the way to Succumber.
Pretty much.
And how long of a trip do we think that is? Just walking?
It's about
Walking.
halfway. We're about halfway-ish,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, so if
Just
you go with a,
eyeballing it. Another week
yeah,
of walking?
walking. You're looking at probably another 10-day.
To Succumber or just to get to
No, to get to
Daggerford.
Daggerford.
Okay.
We can see if
Yeah,
we
you can
grab
probably
some-
push it if you were to push your pace. You might be able to shave that down to like 6 or 7 days.
Think these people could take that regiment.
10 days is a long
I'm just
time
worried
to
about them getting
have them with us.
spotted on the road. Plus, they're not dressed for travel.
My only concern is that why did we spring them if we can't lead them somewhere safe? Then
Well-
what's the point?
Well,
I thought
mean-
they would have a home base they could go to.
Do you think
getting
we
them
could...
out of the basement and free of the keep is still free. I
Let's
mean,
leave them on the road to die.
The forest, we could always set them out up in there.
Do you think that we could maybe grab a cart or a wagon of some sort on the way out?
From where?
You know.
We're not really in the state to be fighting everybody in this fort.
No, I mean if there is, just one laying around or just somebody or maybe a couple people guarding a wagon, we could just take that from them forcefully if the if if that happens. If not, I'm sure that we could. I don't know. It's better than leaving them here.
I'll turn
Oh, yeah, we
to
can't leave them here.
one of the
But they'd be perfectly fine in the
like,
forest.
group. How did you all end up here?
And they sort of go back and forth, and you start getting a bunch of similar stories that either traveling to or from like small villages outside of Baldur's Gate or even from Baldur's Gate itself, running into individuals and then just something happening and waking up here. Something, at a bar having a few drinks, and then I woke up and I was down here. I was on the road, somebody stopped and asked me a question, and I woke up here.
I'm just worried if we take them all the way to Daggerford, they'll be recognized. Cart or no cart. Well, varied individuals that we have just rescued, what would you like to do? Are you alright risking being seen on a road?
The kids are just sort of, again, look more at Lydia for a moment, and then look back and they just sort of shrug. The rest of them sort of huddle up and start talking, and then again that one, well, Miss, most of us just want to go home, but it's, as you can see, that we don't really have any ways of making it back to Baldur's Gate on our own.
I can assure you passage on a ship if we get to Daggerford.
It would almost be
Taylor.
quicker if we just walked all the way to Baldur's Gate from here.
Is it? Then we could go to Candlekeep.
I mean, it would take us longer, but
I mean, we wanted to head south at some point anyway, so
it is true.
So,
We could change
Fury,
plans
go
and
ahead
do
and make
that
a
one
survival
first.
check for me.
Oh boy.
Okay, so you actually spent a lot of time looking at the map when you guys were talking about where to head. You would be aware that Baldur's Gate is actually probably close to 100 miles further away than Daggerford is from where you are right now. So while it would take you basically 9 or 10 days to get to Daggerford at a regular pace, it would take you probably 12 or 13 to get to Baldur's Gate.
Plus, we
from here.
wouldn't have the road.
Right.
Well, if you guys are alright being on the road and being seen, possibly, by people that put you here, I'm fine with taking you to Daggerford.
Anything to get out of here, but how exactly are we getting out of here? I mean, as I would say that Sarah has finished picking the last of the locks and they are all now loose.
That's a good question.
We snuck
Same
in,
way we got in,
and we have to try and sneak out.
or we'll fight out, I guess. That's always an option.
If it comes to that, yes. But it could be. It's probably wise to try and avoid combat now that we are trying to protect this group with us.
Well, I can do my stealth spell one more time.
Did the dragon wing break with Snow Moon, or did it just crack?
No, it just sort of creaked a little bit.
Okay.
The only one who had any real problem with the dragon bone was Art.
All right. Okay. We could create a
Go up that road,
diversion.
or we could
If you-
keep going past. I mean, we don't know what's on the other side. Maybe there's a better way. Now that we're on the first floor.
Mm.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we still haven't fully explored this castle yet.
Well,
I don't think we need.
why don't we all get them up the ladder, and we
Mhm.
can scout around and see if there's a good way to leave, and then take them that way.
Okay, so as you guys start helping them get themselves together, start escorting everybody up the ladder, this is where we will take our break this evening. So you guys are sort of getting everyone gathered up and into the sort of central area here. So we'll be back in about 3 to 7 minutes, somewhere in that ballpark, as we take care of business. So don't go anywhere. It's time to find out how our party is going to get a random group of individuals out of this keep, and it sounds like they're trying to hope to avoid conflict. So we will be back in just a few moments. So don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Remember, folks, possession is 9/10 of the law. And with that, we will jump right back into where we left off, as our party has now gotten themselves back up into the sort of central area near the throne on the first floor, with all of their newfound friends, or baggage, depending on how you want to refer to them. And they are now planning their escape. And so the story is yours.
I guess I would go start looking stealthily out the opposite side of the area that we came in. Like the bone came up and over, so I'd probably go see what I could see on the opposite side of the building.
Okay, so you're
See if
heading
there's
back up to the second floor and looking out that way, or?
If that would give me better viewage, I probably would.
Oh, okay.
Just to see if there's some door on the first floor we could leave and sneak out past the guards that are wandering around this inner sanctum.
So as you're looking just from where you are on the first floor, the only door that you can see that doesn't lead into one of the towers is at that far western entrance, literally the front door. What we'll do is we will jump over. I'm going to jump you to a different map real quick so you guys can get an idea. So it's literally the only one that you see. That's the measuring tool. Shift ping is right here, is that main door.
Okay. I was wondering if there would be some crumbling area or if that's...
Yeah, so you don't see any on the first floor. As you head back up to the second floor and start looking around, go ahead and make a perception check for me as you're looking around the second floor.
$12.
Oh, okay. So as you're looking through, you definitely get the sensation that the most direct route you can see is down that wing bone again. You do see as you move over further towards the north side of the building that there are a couple of holes in the wall and roof where basically the rest of the body of the dragon just sort of crashed through the roof. So there are some holes and ways you could get out onto the roof, but doesn't seem to be anything that really leads down onto the ground as conveniently.
Darn it. I really wish I would have learned to turn into a bird by now. That would have been so helpful. I'll have to work on it. So I'll go back down and basically tell them, well, the easiest way out is the front door, and other than that, it's down that wing bone again.
If we walk up the front door, it might be hard to, see where the guards are that are circling. But
I'm just worried about them falling off. I mean, they're not all that sturdy looking.
that's true. Would I remember, how far the drop would have been if someone would have fallen?
You're pretty sure it would have been about, well, depending on where they fell, as it's basically a ramp. If they fell off right at the beginning, probably about 35 feet down.
Oh, okay, so that's not nothing.
It's not nothing, but at the same point, it's not falling off a cliff face either.
Yeah, and there were adults, but were there like elderly?
There were a
among this
couple
group,
that are
or
a
no?
little older. You go ahead and make a. Guess we'll call this a. Roll a d20.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out what to call this.
A 10.
Okay. Well, actually, with a 10, even with a modifier, yeah, even with your modifier, I don't think you get that far up. So, uh, humans are a little hard for you to gauge age on. There are a couple that look like they're getting up in years, but they don't necessarily look as old to you in terms of like looking at Sarah, you can see, Sarah's got the sort of the age lines, the wrinkles in the forehead, the smile lines and things like that you're used to elderly. There's some people who have a few of those, but nowhere near to the same level that Sarah does. So you're thinking they're oldish, but
Okay. Well, do we want to risk getting caught at the front door or risk someone falling off the dragon bones as we try to climb down?
I'll turn to the group of people. How do you feel about climbing down narrow things on a steep incline? That you may fall to your death to.
Well,
you
maybe
saw
not
like
that.
some of them were just sort of hemming and hawing, like, and then you said
Well, I
death,
mean, you
and
fell
all of
30
them.
feet from. Not like a cliff face, but like 30 feet to the ground below.
Again, you get sort of hemming and hawing, and again the two kids sort of. But and the other option's just out the front door.
Yeah.
But then won't that mean the men with the pointy and the
I look at the kid and we got pointies too. And I point to my swords at my belt. And I point to snowmen in general.
as they look, and again the everyone so right, you do, and just sort of looks over at everyone else.
Yes, that's the risk.
I mean,
of
we're trying to
going
get you
through
out
the
of
front
here
door.
with the least amount of fighting.
And it seems like a couple of the people have been listening to the kids, and then the sort of look over. Yeah, it definitely seems like the bone would be the better option for most of us. A fight, it seems like it'd
right.
be easier to. It's off if we can get. If you've got a way to get through that thing that you think the majority of us can make it through, then gotta try it.
That's how we got in. All right, everybody. Upstairs, a bone awaits.
Okay,
Sure.
Yeah, all of them start following you guys back up to upstairs, and again, sort of getting situated at that, basically that second row of beds in that sort of bunk room, so they're just out of view.
I'll point down the bone and over the area we came in. You see that bit of wall? You just hop over that wall. You'll be pretty much out of sight. And if you stay in there and stay quiet, I think you'll be okay. Maybe one of us should go first.
I'll go first.
There was that guy walking around in there before.
The biggest person go first.
No, that's why I figure I can heal anyone if they get to the other side. Unless, no, not a better idea. Someone else can go first then. That was just my idea.
You want to go first, Art? You're the smallest.
Ugh.
Or
Oh, me and my
semi-smallest.
big mouth. Sure.
And how do we want to get them down? If you help us sneak again, do we want to just ferry one or two down at a time and we can help them down?
How much would that spell cover? If I stay at the top,
It's a, what is it?
How
It's
much
a
is
30-foot radius, right?
yeah.
So it would get them basically to the bottom of the bone. If you basically, if you position yourself sort of, it's like if you position yourself, say 10 or 15 feet away from their starting point, so you're roughly like mid bone. That'll give you a decent size circle that'll get them most of the way down the bone before they're on their own for a stealth.
I think guys will have to chance it. I don't know if I can be running up and down here for everybody again. It was lucky we got up here the first time without anybody seeing us.
Okay. And I'll turn to the group again, I guess, and say, so can you climb down on your own, or do some of you need help climbing down?
Go back and forth, and seems like the
I
majority
think
of them
he's
are pretty
offering to
comfortable.
carry you.
Well, I don't know about carry, but
Assist?
yes.
It seems like the majority of them seem like they're pretty comfortable. The idea, it's just tend to, as you're talking to these people, you notice most of them aren't really looking at you. They're all sort of looking past you and sort of over the trees and just out looking at the sky, looking into the woods that are just offset from here. Okay, so
All
Art
right.
said they were going first.
I will cast Pass Without a Trace, and I'll
Sure.
Okay.
start looking at the guards rotating and start to try to time it out
Oh, okay.
to see if I can get it this time.
So doesn't take much time as you watch. It seems like where you guys have been gone for a little while, they've fallen back into that initial pattern. So you managed to get time. It only takes you a couple of minutes to figure out the workings. So with that, Art, I need two things from you. I need a stealth check and an either athletics or acrobatics as you're going down.
Okay.
Art, if you fall, just hug the bone and you'll slide all the way down.
You got it. What was the first check?
Stealth check.
Right, I got a 16.
Is that after Pass Without a Trace?
What does that mean?
Pass
how
Without a
much
Trace
is
gives
that?
you a plus 10.
Holy! Alright, 26 then.
Okay, so you've got basically a 26 to the bottom of the bone, and then a 16 the rest of your trip.
Okay.
And then either an athletics or acrobatics check.
I got a 3.
Okay. So as you watch as Art, you guys send Art out first, and Art, all of you,
Tiny,
it's just
not agile.
Art is silently. It's all you. If you didn't know that exactly where Art was going to be moving, you get the impression that you would never be able to spot them. It's just it's silently moved. It's around, takes 3 or 4 steps to get ready to head down, and all of a sudden you watch as almost comically the legs start to
Aw.
slip out again. Art, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Crap! Okay. 8?
As Art drops.
No!
Okay. Art, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me. As okay, that's not bad. I rolled very poor. You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall 30 feet to the ground. And the wisdom saving throw is to make sure you do not like shout out or make any undue noise as you plummet.
wow.
Wisdom. 16.
Okay, so you hit the ground and somehow manage to not. It literally just.
Yeah.
That's all you get out.
The wind was knocked out of you.
But you managed to get yourself righted and take off, running across before the guards show up. You know, picking little bits of rock out of your elbow and back of your neck.
Oh, boy.
I definitely, cringe and wince as this all happens. Don't make a sound, don't make a sound, don't make... Then, once I see over the edge it's okay. So, anybody else want to go?
Yeah, it looks like a lot of them are sort of holding back a little bit at the moment after watching art like.
I guess
I'll go then. Yeah, I see.
Okay.
I see them
we
hesitate
need a
a little
sword
bit.
over on the other side.
Yeah. So I'll go next then.
Okay, so stealth check, and don't forget to add 10 to it, and then either athletics or acrobatics.
Okay, so 17 on the stealth.
That's after adding the 10.
Yeah, at disadvantage.
Oh,
So,
that's it.
but
Yeah,
plus
your armor.
but plus 10.
Okay.
And a dirty 20 on the athletics check.
Okay. So let's see here. Okay, do me a favor, Snowmoon. Roll a D100 percentile
Okay.
for me.
All right. 13.
Okay. That's mighty close. As you manage to make your way down and do okay heading down, as you start taking off across, you sort of stumble a little bit on a couple of the bones and some of the rocks on it. So it's a little bit, not really a cry out, more just like a little grumble. And,
Okay.
start covering out and make your way across, but it doesn't seem like anyone noticed it. Manages to make it across.
Okay.
And seems to have bolstered morale a little bit in the room for those you up top. Sarah says she'll run next. Stealth check. Oh, really? Cocked it across the floor. Give me a second. Okay. Okay, stealth check for Sarah is... Okay. So proficiency, that's like a 22 with pass without a trace. And then for... I think acrobatics is going to be better for Sarah. Okay, I'm actually going to ask Art to do this one for you. Art, actually, I'm not going to do that in case it fails because I don't want Sigma yelling at you because that is a... that was a 9 on Sigma's acrobatics to head down. Okay, so we're going to have Sarah make a dexterity save to see if she can hold on. And that's an 8. So now Sarah falls.
Oh, farts.
Oh, no.
Oh,
The
my
little
God.
people.
Okay,
Dropping like flies.
I'm going to have certain monsters. Do me a favor, Sarah. Go ahead and roll a d20 for me. Okay.
13.
Okay, good enough.
Hi, bud.
So, Sarah manages to hold on after hitting the ground. Sarah ended up, that actually really hurt Sarah. Sarah takes 8 points of bludgeoning damage. But again, lets out that same sort of like, little, like cough wheeze as the air is knocked out of her. But manages to get up and make her way across. Okay. You guys going to start sending the other people over, or?
Yep.
Okay. So we are... Okay, I'm actually going to have each one of you go ahead and roll a d20. roll a d20 for me. I'm just going to make a...
16.
Okay.
14.
Okay.
15.
4.
Okay.
That'll be a.
And then,
No.
Wait, that'll be.
and then roll one more for me.
Okay.
All right.
11.
8.
Okay.
13.
Okay. I need one more from Art.
16.
Okay. So, as you guys start sending them over, and again, timing this out over the next few minutes, 2 individuals do fall. Most of them make it over without a problem. Let's see here. Okay. Actually, and out of the 2 that fall, one of them manages to reach up, grab on, and sort of slide down. And actually, we are going to... Yes, there were 9 of them. Oops, give me a second here. Here's a d10. I'm going to decide which slot this person was in when they fell. Okay, so it was the 9th person. So the 9th person to go, as you're sending these individuals down, you hear the slit. And, well, those of you on the other side hear the slit. And then you hear a thud. And then nothing. Fury, as you're sort of laying there looking, you can see this person is just laying crumpled on the ground.
I look over at Lydia. Can we get to them?
Can I get to them?
You can probably rush down.
Yes.
Fury, you would know you probably have about 30 seconds. A minute would be pushing it before the guard's going to be around the corner. So you don't have much time.
I will go down.
Okay, go ahead. If you're trying to go quietly, make a stealth check, and then your athletics or acrobatics.
All right. So
Would my-
stealth.
I know it's a circle, but would my pass without a trace reach down there to help out?
It'll assist Lydia trying to stay again, being unnoticed. But again, it's sort of she's literally like dead center under the. There's not like there's somewhere she can hide really, and she's 7 feet tall.
I'm 7 feet tall. All right. So that was a 20. Well, with pass without a trace of 21.
Okay. And then what's your athletics?
19.
Oh, okay, that easy enough. So you quickly make your way
Okay.
down there.
Okay. And then I'm going to. He looks dead. He
Uh,
looks dead.
Just drag
for-
him across.
Yeah, at this
Okay, I'll
point
drag
you're
him
pretty
across.
sure he's. Are you dragging or are you picking and carrying?
I'll pick up the body and carry it across.
Okay, go ahead and make a strength check for me.
Okay. 17.
Easy enough. Throw him over your shoulder and start carrying him across.
Okay.
And Furia, you keeping watch out up top, notice as Lydia manages to scoot over and right as she sort of gets around that crumbling wall, the guard turns the corner.
Yeah, I let my breath out. All right, we made it. Okay.
Next person goes down, the 10th one makes it across. And then that just leaves you up there alone.
And yeah, I would time it out and make my own way over.
Okay. Make a stealth check and your athletics or acrobatics.
stealth is an 18, plus 10 would be a 28.
Okay. And then athletics or acrobatics.
5. I've been watching these people all day. You think I'd have it already?
Okay, go ahead and make
Apparently
a
not.
dexterity saving throw for me.
15.
Oh, okay. So yeah, as you go to slip and fall, you actually manage to sort of grab hold and get one arm sort of around it and just end up sliding the rest of the way down. You do end up with a bunch of little like pieces of little bone shard in your arm.
Oh, bone slivers.
Yeah, it's
Yuck. All right. I know what I'm doing tonight.
but then eventually make your way down and manage to get across without a problem.
Yeah, I'll pop over.
Lydia, anything you'd
I'll
be
look
doing
to
for
the-
the
Yeah, can I... It's like dead, right?
as you came over, sort of set the individual down, it does not appear that they are breathing yet. It looks like they landed pretty rough.
Fine, I'll cast Revivify on him.
Okay. Okay. I can't remember. Have you guys picked up any diamonds?
No, that costs diamonds? Crap.
Yeah, 300. We'll say for this example that you managed to get one out of at least one out of the dragon sword.
Okay.
So if you want to burn that one diamond to bring this person back, you can. But is it? Yeah, that's a diamond worth 300 gold.
Yep, that would be the diamond that we used on guys. Quick meeting. Does anyone have
okay.
any? How do you feel about using our diamond on this fellow?
Lydia, time is running out. You need to make the decision.
Would I know if Daggerford had diamonds, like enough shops to have that kind of thing?
You Daggerford is more. It's not as like much of a mecca as a disappearing art is, but as
Yeah.
Waterdeep is. But you're pretty sure you can probably find somewhere to get at least one.
Right,
Here we go.
I will. Art, how do you
Okay.
feel about the diamond?
Lydia, we have piles of gold.
Right,
Just do it.
casting, but I'm worried about what if it dies on the road and I can't do this to anyone else.
Just do it, Lydia.
Alright, I will cast the spell.
Okay. As you take a couple of moments and cast the spell, you watch as warmth and color starts to come back to this individual's face. And as the guys are turning the eyes flicker open, you that was further than I thought.
Just a little
Oh,
bit.
we're still here. Just sort of looking around a little bit. What happened?
Shh, we're not out of it yet.
Okay.
I believe we're going to have to go over a fairly high wall next.
Okay. So you guys are making your way back over to the wall you guys climbed over before? Oh, okay.
I think so. We knew that
Yeah.
was safe-ish before, so...
Mhm.
that's where I would be heading if
Okay.
nobody had a different idea.
Easy enough. Okay, Art, how are you heading over the? How are you getting over the wall?
This is the part of the wall that was like there was a hole kind of smashed into it, right?
There's there's one. So as you're heading back over, Fury seems to be leading you to the wall that's probably about 10 feet further, that where you had to be hoisted over. Before you get there, though, there is a section that has a small, basically like you or Sarah could crawl through the hole. It just wasn't. The hole wasn't big enough for your larger friends to crawl through.
Yeah, if I can crawl through the whole thing, then I'm gonna do that.
Definitely.
I already fell off of something. I don't want to do it again.
Yeah, so as you get over, you just sort of again take that half second and crouch down, sort of look, and it's you can see right through to the other side. You know, a couple of cobwebs and things within, but nothing door. It takes you maybe 3 or 4 seconds to scurry your way through it. Once you've cleared the way, Sarah's going to follow you because.
Yeah, I'd look over at
Fell off as
the two children, and say, "You want to follow?"
And one of them looks over at the other and again in that sort of like hush almost stage whisper, "Follow the leader," and drops down and starts crawling after Sarah. The other one follows suit as the rest of them are all following you, following the rest of you.
Yeah, if any of the other guys want to squish through there, if they can, oh, why not? Better than risking a high fall again.
The nice part with this area of the wall, it was only like 3.5 feet. So again, for most of you, it was just sort of that, sort of pull yourself up and then hoist in.
No, yeah, sure, good enough.
Yeah, it was when you guys went over the first time. It was really only Art and Sarah that really had problems with it because it's literally either eye level or over their heads.
Right, I remember.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll just climb. I'll just step over the. Waste myself over to get over.
Yeah, easy enough. The group of you make it out. The rest of the group seems to make it out without much of a problem. You guys all meet up and slowly start making your way into the trees and forest. You've got a little more cover. And you guys seem to have made it out of the castle without anyone being the wiser. Even with somebody falling and dying right in the middle of the path of the guards.
I would have tried to remember to close the hatch of the hatch door after all of the people got out.
Oh, okay. I'll say go ahead and make a. You're a druid, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Make a wisdom check for me. That's probably going to be better for you than intelligence.
Oh, that's a 14.
Yeah, good enough. Just had to get by a 10. So yeah, easy enough for you to have had that thought while you were doing it.
Yeah. Probably wouldn't have gone and locked it, but definitely closed it.
Okay.
Just to delay anything a little bit longer.
And as we get a little closer to like the tree line, I'll turn to the group of them again and ask, how often did any of the guards come down while you were still locked up to check on you at all?
A couple of them just sort of look back and forth a little bit. And again, that younger looking gentleman. Oh, they came down when it was feeding time.
And
that's only when the rest of them were there.
And
a
is
few
that
days.
what? Okay, every few days? Once a
Yes.
day? Okay.
No, every few days.
Just wondering how long it'll be until they
Might buy us
notice
a little bit of time.
everyone is gone. So
Well, you just disappeared. How late in the day is it at this point?
It's probably. Trying to remember when you guys got here. You probably got a good, I'd say, like easily another like 3 or 4 hours of travel time should you choose to take it. So you guys were a little ways off when you slept. Took you like an hour or two to make your way to the actual like outskirts that morning. You haven't been in there all that long.
Yeah, I have midday written down
Yeah.
when we were passing by the tower or the castle. So, okay.
Yeah, so it's given that we'll be mean and say you were in there for an hour or two, which realistically I don't think you were, but so that would put you back out at like 2-3 o'clock. You could easily travel through until like 7 or even 8. So, say 4 or 5 more hours of travel should you choose to take it.
Well, I think we should keep moving, get some distance. Just in case feeding days today. And we'll definitely keep watches throughout the night, but I think moving far away is in our best interests right now.
You get 9 very enthusiastic agreements.
And Lydia, maybe you could message Mina?
Oh,
to say
good
that we did
idea. Yes, I will do that. I
just
will.
so he doesn't wander back in and get apprehended.
All right, hold on.
So as Lydia's prepping her message, and you guys are moving out to travel, so who's taking watches this evening?
I'll take a watch.
Okay.
I will as well.
Can I ask Ina's kids their names real quick?
No, you can't.
Oh, poop.
Bina and Dina. B-I-N-I and D-I-N-I. B-I-N-A and D-I-N-A. There you go.
Okay.
There's a lesson to be learned in that, fellow DMs.
Yep.
Name everything?
Always have the name generator open.
That works too.
All right. I will send mission successful. Bina and Dina are safe on the road to Waterdeep. Where to meet?
Not Waterdeep.
Oops, not
We're
Waterdeep.
not
Sorry.
going to watch.
Sorry, that was my mistake. I forget where we're going. Daggerford. Yeah, right, Conlon? I know you would have even DM and say what? Oh no.
Got lucky. Rolled a percentile. Huh. So you get you get a response back. It says in Waterdeep. Hold on, I gotta get the name of a place. You get a message back in Waterdeep. Send to Silver Flood Inn in Daggerford.
We'll relay that to the group.
And then you get one last bit of it. You almost feel like there's nothing else coming.
Mm-hmm.
And then a couple of things there you get, thank you.
Okay. Good news. We're supposed to meet Mina in the Silver Flood Inn in Daggerford. Got the message there, and they thank us very much.
Okay, so you guys continue on. So we've got Furia and Lydia were taking a watch. Anyone else volunteering for a watch?
Yeah, I'll take watch if we need.
Oh,
If I need
okay.
to.
Art, you want to watch, or should we have Sarah take it?
I'll do it.
Oh, okay. So I need perception checks for all four of you.
22.
13.
I'm throwing this dice away.
Dirty 20.
10.
Oh, okay. Let's give it a second here. Okay. So as you guys take your watch for the night, and you don't notice really anything. Seems to just be a somewhat peaceful night. Again, most of these individuals seem to just be... Now, are you guys on your road? Are you staying on the road? And then when you make camp, just sort of like going off into the brush and the... follow you right off the road? Or are you...
For this camp, I would have gone into the woods far enough that you wouldn't be able to see us from the road.
Oh, okay.
And I would have kept the fire really, really low, so that nobody could spot it really, really easily.
Oh, okay. That's it. Easy enough.
I probably didn't want a fire, but everybody else pulled my leg to make a fire because, you know.
Yeah, you're definitely getting some of that from the group of them. Is they're just... they're still a little nervous because they're not all that far. It's only been a few hours of travel. They're still somewhat close. They're still nervous. But at the same point, they're just excited to be out and like moving and getting away. Night passes without much of an issue. Morning comes. You guys prep again. The breakfast isn't exactly the best part. Is given all the extra bodies that you guys are now bringing with you, meals a little lighter than what you're used to. It's basically you guys are just stretching the food that you've got for 5 people is now feeding 14.
I will do a good berry so that
Okay.
there's 10 extra meals
Oh, there you go. So yeah.
just to
Dude.
help out.
Well, if you do a good berry, then there's no problem. You guys have your rations, and the good berries cover everybody else. Yeah, you got. Okay, so there goes that problem. You guys managed to continue on your way, and actually, the majority of your travel you have no problem over the next 10 day. As you're traveling through again, at points you guys are able to pick up the speed a little bit. As the weather's a little nicer, there's a cool breeze. People are seem to be in good spirits. The more distance you put between you and Dragon Spear, it seems like the better these people are feeling. Does rain on about the 4th day, which ends up slowing you guys back a little bit and sort of losing you some of the time you picked up, as now you're dealing with not only yourselves being sort of wet, but now you're dealing with a group of 9 people wearing nothing but wet burlap. So that it just
That can't smell great.
doesn't smell great, and you know, if you've ever grabbed a potato sack, you know this. They've got to be chafing and raw under that. It's. But overall, you guys are making pretty good time. It's about hour or two before dinner on the 9th day. You guys start to make out the walls of Waterdeep. Still a ways off in the
Waterdeep?
Thank you, Sarah. Daggerford. All Lydia's fault.
Yep.
You start to make out the walls at Daggerford, so you know you're going to get there tomorrow, probably, basically a couple of hours after breakfast. You guys make camp for the last night. Next morning comes and you approach the gates of Waterdeep.
Daggerford.
Jesus, Mother of Mercy.
I would have asked the group, besides the children, do they need help in the city getting a ship and stuff to get them back to Baldur's Gate?
As you're sort of asking that, is you guys are basically having breakfast on that last morning as you're getting ready to go actually to the city itself. You start to see a couple of them really sort of start to hem and haw when you ask this. And finally, the older gentleman who sassed you a little bit at the beginning about being on vacation looks towards you. You've done so much already. I don't want to ask, but literally everything we have is what you see us wearing. If you could spare a bit of coin to maybe clothes and enough for passage home.
Would I have an idea of what, like, a general set of clothes and some food would cost?
Yes, you would.
Because I know I bought myself a new pair of clothes after I lost mine. I don't remember how much that cost though.
I want to say it's page 147 in the player's handbook, but I don't have my handbook in front of me. Give me a second. I'm just pulling it up here.
I just want to say that I can assure you passage if you are willing to work a little on the ship, just helping out scrubbing the decks.
We can do that.
We could just. Well,
It's,
I start digging around in the bag of holding.
I was looking for. I don't want weapons. I want regular. There we go. Gear.
Yeah, I was looking in the.
Okay, so gear, clothing. Okay, so common clothes is 5 silver pieces. So it'd be 1 gold for 2. So say 5 gold for clothes. Rations is 5 silver a day. Basically say, and then assuming you're going to give them ship fare as well, I'd say between the group of them, 300 gold should cover everything they would need, including ship fare. If you're looking to have Lydia take care of the ship fare, then realistically probably 50 gold would probably cover all of them with clothes and rations to get all of them there.
Well, I would give them each 10 gold spending money, not including boat fare.
Okay.
For clothes, for food. I don't know what else, whatever else their heart desires that could be bought with 10 gold.
Whatever your heart desires.
Fancy hat.
10 gold.
Yep.
or just gold. Maybe an extra mug of ale or something. And on top of that, I would do the boat fare.
Oh, okay.
So there would be 7 of them. Because
Yep,
I'm not including the children.
Right, so 7 of them, so it would be 70 gold there. Then the ship fare, we'll call that 200, say 270 gold.
All right.
This way, they're more. This is more
the
like
gold
a
and the
pleasure
bag of
cruise
holding.
rather than the internment.
We have gold to spend. Why
An
not spend
internship.
it? So yes, I would have given all of them that over breakfast.
Okay. So the group of them take that, and a couple of them very warmly thank you. Thank you, Lydia. They thank Lydia for the offer, but will definitely take the coin as to not have to work. And then that brings us
Plus, they can use it when they get home.
Yep. And then that brings us is the morning. Is there anything anyone else should be doing throughout the basically throughout the 10-day leading up to this, or overnight it, or before you head into the city?
I would be keeping my eye on the moon to see where that's at.
Okay,
Yeah,
that is
good.
entertaining now.
As I am a moon druid, I would hope to know a little bit about the moon.
Okay. So, let's see here. Just a second here. Sorry, folks, looking at my calendar here. Okay. So, during your travel, I'll have some fun here. Do me a favor. Fury, go ahead and roll me a d10.
Three.
Okay. So, on the 3rd day since you left Dragonspear, you remember it vividly, a new moon. So you would know that the full moon is probably coming up within the next, let's see, so that's 3. Actually, let me rephrase a little. So, yes, you would have noticed the new moon 3 days in, and you would have noticed last night what's the word I'm looking for? A half moon. But as the half moon starting to fill back in towards full. So you know a full moon is coming in the near future.
I definitely point that out to Snowman and say, keep an eye on that. We need to remember to remedy that when that time comes. Wink,
Yeah.
wink, nod, nod.
Yeah, like I see Fury looking up at the moon. And say, yes, I've been watching it too.
Waxing.
Yes.
That's the
Like,
I didn't print that out on my counting different names for him. Okay, but it's now the morning, and you guys have start making your way towards the gates of Daggerford. And just sort of make your way and head into the gates. Again, there is some somewhat, I guess I'll say, concern from the guards, as there's this rather large band of individuals coming in, the majority of them wearing nothing but sacks. But again, basically, you make your way over, you cross the bridge over the river, head in the gate. The guards direct you over as you go through, and these individuals don't explain everything, but seem to give the guards enough information that they're willing to let them in, and basically as you guys are sort of moving around and starting to head to do things, you notice there are a couple of guards that are following, more specifically watching the people you've rescued rather than yourselves. But as you guys are heading in, I'm going to bounce you over to a map of the city. As you guys are heading in through the western gate, which on our map is right over here.
Tigerford.
So again, there's a couple of guards posted. There's a large building right in front of you, and you can hear the marketplace. Hasn't really started to really pick up yet, but you can tell that stalls are starting to open. And again, at this point, the majority of the group that you've been traveling with are, hugs, shaking hands, kisses, the whole 9 yards. Thank you, everybody making their way over towards the marketplace to start getting clothes and supplies before heading down to the port.
Yeah, if anybody needed assistance, making their way into the city, finding the shops, I'd probably head to do that first.
Oh, okay. Anything else the group would be doing? Oh, okay.
No.
Okay, so you guys head in. Seems like the majority of them are heading over to the marketplace and have sort of broken off from you, leaving you and the 2 children.
So that was the Silver Flood Inn, you said, right, Lydia?
Lydia?
Yes?
That was the
Which inn?
Silver Flood Inn, you said?
Yes?
Yeah.
Sorry, my mic was
Okay.
on, but for some reason it didn't wake me up. Yes.
Okay, so should we try and find that and head there now?
Sure. Sounds good.
Okay. So right now
So
you guys are basically just inside the gate over here. Again, just sort of again, as you guys were saying bye, just sort of moved in and moved a couple steps over to the marketplaces. That's where your entourage was heading. So where are you planning on wandering off? Are you looking to ask somebody for help, or are you just going to wander until you find it?
I was gonna ask someone for help.
Oh, okay. So easy enough, as you're still right by the front gate, is to grab one of the guards and ask them, and they direct you. Oh, yes, Silver Flood. That's up on Water Street. That's over by the port area. You can get there. Probably the easiest way is to cut through the drill field.
Alright. Gotcha. Thank you very much.
Oh, it's our pleasure.
I will start heading over there.
Okay.
Unless anyone else has anything else you want to do.
I will say we
No,
may
the rest of
retcon
our
if Sarah
people-
ends up having anything that Sarah wants to
Right.
Sarah wants to do where she can't be here this evening, but
Oh, real quick, in the marketplace, can I find anyone that has the $300 diamond?
go ahead and make a call this a investigation check.
Not bad. Alright, 17.
Okay. So as you're going through the marketplace, it's again the majority of what you're running into is more what your rescuees were looking for. It's clothes, it's tools, rations, implements, things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
You do find one individual that seems to be selling like small more like small jewelry items. Has a much as most of the carts in here are stations are affixed to the ground. This person has a small four-wheeled cart. You get the impersonation this is more of a traveling salesman, not somebody who's regularly in Daggerford. They do have a specific item that they're displaying there. It looks like it is a decent-sized necklace. And at the base of it, hanging almost like, a Hope Diamond-esque, is a rather large diamond hanging from a central point on it. Given that it's a component for one of your spells, you would recognize the diamond itself would qualify the 300 gold. As you're looking at it, and this individual seems to take notes. Fine. I've got that. Fine. That's my specialty. I brought that all the way from my shop in Waterdeep. It's a beautiful gold and platinum necklace with a large diamond at the base of it. Only 550 gold for you.
You're being 300 gold. Sir, I'm so bad at this. 350.
The stone itself is worth that amount.
I
It's
only
got
want the
golden-
stone.
Make a persuasion.
Not
check.
20! Not 20, not 20. It's the only time I can use it tonight that I remember.
Just good.
Okay.
I'm
So
so
we
bad I
have
bartered
our-
him up.
Nat 20 has been
You
used.
don't bid yourself.
Yeah. I'm really bad at bartering in real life, guys. Like, one time I tried bartering and the guy just gave me the item. He's like, it's not even worth bartering with you. Just take this.
He looks at you and he goes to reach out his hand to you. 350, you said.
Yeah, sorry.
He shakes on the 350.
Yeah.
Much as he takes it down and clips and then hands you a diamond. It still has this sort of, I guess I'll call it like a cage wrapped around the top of it.
Mhm.
So like if it was a ring, it would be called the setting that's holding it there.
Right.
So it still has that piece attached to it. And he holds it in his hand, puts out his hand for the coin.
Give it to him.
Okay, and he hands you the gem. Wish I could say pleasure doing business with you, but
I know your stuff is pretty. Do you have anything else here?
He just starts gesturing down as you look, and he's got other things like different small rings with opals and amethysts and all manner of different
Opals.
gemstones on it.
Can I get an opal ring, sir?
And he pulls it up and sort of holds up, looks at you, and it's like a perfectly round on the top, oval set stone. Looks at you. 50 gold, not a copper less.
Will it fit on my finger?
Sort of looks at it and he goes. And goes back under the under his card on his side again. And you starts talking to himself and working on there for a minute. Then brings it back up and looks like the ring's a little larger. Holds it up and basically grabs your hand, but then puts in. Looks like it'll fit on your finger.
Okay. 50 gold, you said?
Yes.
I'll give you 55 and we'll call it even. Bye!
He hands you the ring, takes the coin,
I'm sorry!
counting the coin. You can hear putting it into the.
I'm just
lockbox.
face palming over to the side.
Yeah, pretty much.
Trying to pretend that I don't know this person.
Yep, pretty much.
Okay. Anything else the rest of you would be doing as Lydia's over during that?
I would be looking around, but I wouldn't be straying far from Lydia.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check for me. As you're just sort of poking around in the general area in the marketplace.
24.
Okay. So again, the majority of what you're seeing, you're starting to see people put out like fresh, different types of like fresh pies, which we will retcon for next time because I know Sarah will be interested in talking to them.
Yep.
Granny will want to try to get the recipes or,
Outbake them.
stab people,
Absolutely.
So, but there's people putting food out. You're seeing a lot of people bringing like different produce items, different crafts. You do start to hear as people are starting to meet up, and some of the merchants are just sort of, water cooler talk before the day really gets rolling. You hear a conversation between two people. Why did you hear? Yeah, just still haven't fixed it all yet. Going to be at least another couple of weeks or a month. Eventually they'll get it figured out, though. They just sort of continue on their path.
Okay. I'm gonna buy some meat pies. For the usual.
Okay.
And
Lydia,
I'll
we
just mark.
had breakfast.
Try being 7.5 feet tall and walking around. It's often.
Bears are that big? I'm not that hungry when I'm a bear. Well, except if it's fall. Huh. Yeah, okay, I get it.
Aww.
Snow Moon Art, anything you'd be doing?
No. Just ready to head towards the inn.
Okay.
Don't see it now. I'm done shopping for now.
Yeah.
Did you buy kids' food? Did you buy the kids' food?
Yes, let's say I bought enough pie for me and the kids.
So how many pies does Lydia want?
9.
I'm sorry, 9 for Lydia?
Yeah.
Oh,
2 for the kids,
Wow.
2 for one kid, 2 for the other, 2 for Snow Moon probably, and the rest for me.
Okay. So for 9 pies, we'll say that this individual, after asking you 3 times if you were serious, will say 9 pies. Say 3 gold.
Done.
It's just like looking at the gold and just looking at half their stock gone for the morning.
You sorry for eating your food. I gotta get better with this market stuff.
And eventually you guys start making your way. Basically following what the guard said, to heading along the wall towards the drill field. And is turning east into the drill field. And eventually making your way around Horseway, Cloth Alley, and you find yourselves up here, just near the port, at the Silver Flood Inn. Just walking to the front, the 2 kids sort of dragging behind you. Now, I know Furia gave everyone else money. Would anyone have given the kids money to buy clothes? Or are they still
yeah.
burlap sacks?
no.
Okay, so Art would not have given the money.
I would have if I thought of it like once we entered the city. Kind of forgot. I was thinking that their parent would do that. But, I mean, I would give their parent money.
We already gave the parent a ton of money.
Well, Mina, I think, is.
Yeah, but we gave him that money. I gave him that money to pay off his debt, not
Oh,
to
right,
Yeah.
buy
okay.
clothes for his kids.
Right.
I did not give any money either, so.
Okay.
I know.
Yeah, I have it ready to give. I was just not going to give it to the kids.
Okay, so you guys make your way as you open the door to walk into the inn. You can see there is a rather small, sort of mottled-faced woman sitting behind the counter. It's a very sort of thin, almost looks like she's almost balding. It's just sort of very thin, very sort of wispy hair. Just sitting behind the counter, very sort of head down a little bit, almost like half dozing. As you open the door, the group of you walk in, the 2 kids come in behind. And immediately you can tell as they see her, the faces light up and gam, and then go charging over towards this older woman. And she eyes pop more, and you watch as this older woman just starts to cry.
Aw.
Oh.
As these 2 come running over and basically almost tackle her and hugging her. And then, where's your mother? Is the debt's been paid? And they have a conversation back and forth. No, these people saved us. And the eyes are wide, and there's back and forth, and just catching up on what's happened to them. Anything you'd be doing during the few minutes that they're going back and forth and sort of having this little family moment?
I would be digging out a pile of gold for the the old lady who obviously is the person we were supposed to drop her off with how the kids reacted.
Anyone else?
I'd be should I message Mina again? Mina, sorry.
Um, does it take any of
If
your
you want to.
magic to send that
Yes, it does.
message to her?
Mhm.
I don't. I don't know if you need to in that case. I mean, I think she'll get the message. But
I would be looking at this so-called Gam Gam.
Oh, okay.
Does she? Is she similar to the children
Make
in
a
the ways of, you know?
yeah. Make a perception check for me.
Oh heck. 10?